Hey everybody, it's Ben Goessling from the Star Tribune with this week's Vikings Big Question. The Vikings are done with their AFC slate for the year. They finish at 5-0 after a win in Nashville on Sunday. It's the second time in franchise history that they have gone 5-0 against the AFC. So now it's all about the conference games. They finish with 7 straight in the NFC. So I thought today it would be a good idea just to look at the NFC standings, where the Vikings stack up, and what comes ahead for them over these next 7 games with lots of possible matchups with potential playoff opponents. The Vikings go to Soldier Field on Sunday, and that's really a good place to start because this is all about the division. The Vikings are a game back of the Lions in the NFC North, and they are currently the 5th seed in the conference, even though they are tied for the second best record in the NFC. You, of course, cannot be higher than the 5th seed if you don't win your division. So getting to the number 1 overall seed, or even the number 2, begins with winning the NFC North, which currently is the toughest division in football. The Vikings will get their chances to affect the standings of the race over these next 7 weeks with a game at Soldier Field on Sunday before 3 straight at home that ends with the Bears, and then it's at Packers at home week 17 and then at Detroit week 18 in a game that could have lots of stakes on the line because the Lions may give the Vikings some opportunities to catch them. Just to take a look at their schedule coming up, a couple of easier ones against the Colts on the road and then the Bears at home on Thanksgiving Day, but then it's Green Bay at home on another Thursday night, at Buffalo, at Chicago, and then at San Francisco on a Monday night, where they'll be coming off of a short week before that finale against the Vikings. So Vikings are a game back. The Lions, of course, won at US Bank Stadium earlier this season. The Vikings will need to catch them and then, in all likelihood, beat them on the road at Ford Field week 18 to win the division, but they will have some opportunities given how difficult that Lions schedule is coming up. And then the other thing to keep an eye on is if they don't catch the Lions, their most likely playoff opponents in the first round right now are coming to US Bank Stadium in December. Arizona is the number 3 seed in the conference, and Atlanta is the number 4 seed, which means that when the Vikings see Kirk Cousins on December 8th, it could be the first of 2 matchups between them and their old quarterback. In fact, if the season ended today, the Vikings would go down to Mercedes-Benz Stadium to face Kirk Cousins in a playoff game that will obviously have plenty of storylines attached to it beyond the normal ramifications of a playoff game. So lots to watch down the stretch here, lots of pivotal matchups, lots of big division matchups for the Vikings. It begins at Soldier Field on Sunday, and we'll have all of it covered for you in the Star Tribune. So make sure you check out our website, podcast, videos. We've got it all covered in all sorts of places. And plenty to keep an eye on in the NFC. Should be an exciting finish for the Vikings to see where they stack up in the playoff mix. So keep watching all of the things that we have coming to cover all of those things for you. Thanks for checking out this edition of Vikings Big Question, and we'll talk to you next time. Have a great week.